Sandy with that story.
The Terminal A expansion is now open, but many people still have one big question when it comes to the new Salt Lake City Airport. We'll have the answer coming up.
And Israel targets.
In just a second.
All right, thanks, Kevin. The expansion of Terminal A at the Salt Lake International Airport is finished. There are now more gates and more restaurants for travelers.
Yes, there are, but there's still one big question many people have about the new airport. News specialist Alex Cabrero, he's live for us tonight. Alex, it's all about the tunnel, isn't it?
You know, you're absolutely right, Mike. You know, anytime the airport posts something on its social media pages, whether it's new artwork at the airport or maybe an award the airport wins or even news about today's expansion project, you're sure to find people commenting about that walk from Terminal A to Terminal B. Yes, it's a longer walk, and it is a longer walk than what we saw at the old airport, but it is not the longest airport walk in the country. We did an in-depth story on that last year, finding Salt Lake's walk to the furthest B gate is about 3,350 feet, which is roughly 0.64 miles. The mid-concourse tunnel we all take right now is about a quarter mile long, but when the new central tunnel opens, which is next October, 1 year from now, it will reduce that walk for those who have to go to the east side of Terminal B. Also, eventually, get this, a train.
One day there's going to be a Concourse C, and you couldn't really have a Concourse C without some kind of a people mover. And when that happens, and you're 10 to 15 years out probably, there will be a train that runs back and forth and stops at all three of the concourses.
You heard him say a train is still a decade away, but the new tunnel for walking, that is next year. We spoke with some frequent Salt Lake Airport flyers, and coming up in our 6:30 newscast, we'll show you what they think about all this, as well as take you inside that expanded Terminal A. By the way, when we did our story last year, the longest airport walk, Minneapolis at 0.83 miles. Salt Lake was 6th longest in the country. For now, though, for Live at 5 at the airport, I'm Alex Cabrero.
All right, Alex, thank you. We are learning new details about the man found saying about the measure.
A big project was completed here at the Salt Lake City International Airport today. No, it's not a train going from Terminal A to Terminal B, but that is coming. Coming up in our 6:30 newscast, we will tell you when that train is coming and also what today's big announcement was about.
You're watching KSL News at 6.
Some big news tonight. The Terminal A expansion project at Salt Lake City International Airport is now finished.
Yes, it is. New gates and new restaurants opening this morning. But as news specialist Alex Cabrero found out, many people still have one big question here about the new airport. Alex.
Mexico was always a popular destination flying out of Salt Lake City. But now you can almost taste it before flying out. A celebration was held at Salt Lake City International this morning, marking the completion of the Terminal A expansion project. Not only does it mean 13 more gates for airplanes, but also more places to eat, like Blue Iguana, Jimmy John's, and many more.
More restaurants, yes.
Lisa Sherman and her husband Rich often fly in and out of Salt Lake and say the new airport is about as good as any in the country.
Well, I think we're pretty proud to have such a new, beautiful facility like this. I mean, you know, this is such a great area and a great place to live. You know, to have a great airport, you know, kind of makes sense.
Today's announcement marks the completion of Terminal A. Passengers are already using it.
And we're excited about that.
But Airport Director Bill Wyatt knows whenever someone talks about the new airport, that walk between Terminal A and Terminal B usually comes up, which is why he's really happy to say a year from now, that walk won't be so far.
Next thing, opening the central tunnel so you don't have to walk halfway down and take that mid-concourse tunnel.
That's set to be finished a year from now, where you can take the central tunnel right after leaving security. Many people have also asked about a train in that central tunnel, but that's still about a decade away.
One day there's going to be a Concourse C. And you couldn't really have a Concourse C without some kind of a people mover. And when that happens, and you're 10 to 15 years out probably, there will be a train that runs back and forth and stops at all three of the concourses.
For now, though, it's all about the new gates, which will primarily serve Delta Airlines, with Salt Lake being a Delta hub, and with air travel continuing to increase for Salt Lake. It's just in time.
Salt Lake is a growing market generally. That has a lot to do with the economy. So when the economy is strong, air service is strong.
In fact, in the past few years, Salt Lake City went from 52 bridges to now more than 90, showing just how fast the area is growing, but also the demand for air travel. And again, one more time, that new tunnel opens 1 year from now. At Salt Lake City International Airport, Alex Cabrero, KSL-5 News.
That is exciting news when you travel. A lot of options.
It is. I want that train to come sooner and later, though, right? We want that train. Hey, Kevin, great day out there, huh?